What kind of programs did the VA provide for you once you got it?
Well, definitely, they gave me a primary care doctor, to take a look at me if there was anything ever wrong. They provided me with some PTSD counseling, some group counseling, they offered things like that. And, I started to take advantage of those things and just kind of got lost in the system and in the waiting lists. And
so it's kind of difficult to kind of get through the VA. Do you think that's because there's so many people coming back with PTSD, or?
Definitely.
I mean, how long would you have to wait to get seen?
Sometimes, you'd have to wait a couple months on a waiting list, for dental care, for example. I had to wait for a while. The PTSD, I believe, is probably their best program. They definitely tend to look at that more than anything else, I think, probably because more soldiers are coming back with it.
So they're kind of responding,
I believe so,
to the higher need. What's the morale like at the Veterans Administration where you were at?
It's definitely, for me, it's definitely a sad place to be at. Seeing the older veterans, kind of what they're going through, and it's definitely sad, but at the same time, it gives you just a kind of feeling that you were a part of something that was bigger than yourself.
As far as the workers go, do you think that they realize that, or do they kind of treat you like, you're just another person, it's just another job for them?
Kind of, there's kind of a little bit of everything. Some of them look like they just kind of don't care, and, they're just there, to be there to work. And there's some really caring, good people that work at the VA that really take care of you.
Do you think those that don't care are, just overwhelmed because there is so many people coming in that need treatment?
I believe probably that's one of the biggest reasons, because there's so many of us coming back with, medical problems that, they kind of get overwhelmed.
Now, currently there is legislation waiting to go through Congress, which will provide more healthcare workers for the VA. But do you think that more workers is going to take care of the problem, or do you think that'll speed up the system, or do you think other things are needed?
I believe it'll alleviate, it'll help. I think that would help.
Do you think there need to be more services than they already provide? Like, do you think they're lacking in anything?
From my point of view, no. They definitely cover a lot with all the different programs that they offer. I mean, they're sending me to school. They're paying for my school. They're doing definitely a lot of good things that are helping a lot.
Do they also have programs for your family to help?
That I'm aware of, no.
So that's something that, do you think that would be helpful, or?
Like a program kind of for family to understand PTSD.
Exactly.
I mean, when you first go, they provide you with some paperwork and pamphlets and stuff like that, to show for your family. But yeah, that if I don't know about it, that might be I just don't know about the program. But sounds like a good idea. Sounds like something that would work.
Yeah, because I remember speaking with your girlfriend, she was kind of frustrated with your memory loss at first, and didn't understand, is it really from that? So maybe something like that would be helpful to kind of educate them on why that's happening to you. Do you think that the majority of the money for this war is going more towards fighting the war and not enough towards treating the people that are coming back?
I believe that's probably a true statement. That's probably more geared towards the fighting end of it than the, just helping where we're at.
Is that kind of frustrating for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to do what we did with, opening the schools and, all that stuff. There could have been a lot more that we could have done. The rain there is terrible, and the roadways are always, covered in mud, and, there's tons of things that can be fixed in that country, and, that money would probably be better geared towards things like that.
Now, since you've been home and seeking treatment, does it eventually get easier?
Yes. Yes, it does. Eventually, things, kind of settle down. Getting therapy, talking, with groups and things like that. It eventually starts to get better. School and all that. It all helps.
Do you think there will come a day that you feel that you don't need treatment anymore?
Yes.
Are you kind of getting towards that point now, or do you think you're still?
Might have a little bit more to go, but I believe I'm pretty close. Yeah.
Do you think that any job that you'll get in the future will compare to the job that you had when you were serving?
No. I definitely don't think anything would compare to it. It was definitely a life-changing experience for the better. It, made me a better person.
You also had mentioned that, you felt like you were fighting for something that was greater than yourself.
Yeah.
And that nothing here can really compare to that.
Yes.
Are you going to be looking for a job, or are you actually working now?
I'm going to school first, and
What
the
are you going
VA
to
sending
school
me to
for?
school. For business administration.
And what would you like to do?
Something in just office work. That's what I'm good at.
Yeah, you had mentioned also that when you came back, when you were sent back, that you worked in the office.
Yes, when I couldn't do my infantry job, so they put me in an office, and I did a really good job.
When you were in the infantry, did you gain a lot of skills that you could actually use, or do they not really look at that too much?
They look at the leadership qualities of it. There's a lot of things like that that are important of being an infantryman. But I think
they
that
more focus on like your administration.
Oh, they definitely focus, more on the business side of it, the office side of it.
Do you find that when you are looking for a job that people take that seriously, that you were in the infantry?
Yes. I've gotten, lots of good
responses.
Good responses from people thanking and, thanking me for serving and things like that. It's a very good feeling.
It's a good feeling?
Yes.
Would you serve again if you could, if you didn't have the injuries?
Yes. I'd do it all over again.
You would?
Yeah.
Do you still have a lot of friends in the infantry?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Are you still in contact with them as
Oh,
well?
yes. I talk to a lot of them. I talk to every day. And, stay in contact with them.
And how are they doing over there?
They're kind of getting by. It's hard for them. I think they're on their third tour. And they've been, they were in Afghanistan last year for a while. And, they kind of came back for a year, and they're back out there again.
They're probably ready to come home.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think September, I think.
In September, they'll be back.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining me. I'm Robin Rhys, and this is On Point.